Hello and namaste. This is 𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗢 once again, and welcome back to my channel, Financial Market Analysis Twist by 𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗢. So in today's video, I would just like to talk regarding the stock market. Okay, in the recent times, and what is to invest or not to invest, and what to do, how to do. So this is what I would be doing. So, but before starting this video, I would just like to give a disclaimer that all the views expressed here are my personal views, and any viewers are requested to do their due diligence and research before taking decisions regarding investment or any such decisions, as I am no way responsible for their decisions of buying or selling. And also I don't give a trading ideas, and I am into a long-term fundamental stock analysis. So this is what I just wanted to give you. And also I have if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, you request you to please subscribe and also push a notification button so that you can keep getting all the unique ideas and unique views about not only about the stock market and economics, but generally about that how the geopolitics and everything which affects the economics and the stock market. And also, if you like this video, you please put a like and share it with your maximum friends. So let's start. So as you know, in recent times, I had I'm based in Moscow, Russia. So all this war-like of situation, and this special operation, what Russia calls between the conflict between Ukraine and Russia, and all the sanctions which have been imposed by USA and the Western world, and how it is squeezing the economics, and how it is boosting the oil and energy prices. So when we see that still that that conflict is going on very intensely, and it is actually more and more blitzkrieg kind of situation is happening. More sanctions are being put. But as I told you, if you look at all my previous videos in last 2-3 weeks which have come out about the impact of the sanctions on Russian economy, and what are the Russian government is taking steps to alleviate those impacts. So I will not talk about this, as already you can see all these videos which have been given details that how you can avoid this thing and continue to do this work here. So what is the market? You can see that in last 1 week, because of this so-called positive kind of at least atmosphere of the talks going ahead and negotiation, which everybody was talking about, that let's not fight and be aggressive, and let's not put sanctions and counter sanctions, and this is not going to help the situation. What will help is that let's just talk on the negotiating table, and let's start negotiating, and then the things can be resolved. So that is another fourth round of talks is going on, or yesterday it was supposed to go, or I think today. Details nobody knows, but that is where some kind of a positive news is coming, that yes, Ukraine even has agreed to kind of get talks without any conditions. But first it was hell-bent on fighting Russia, even though it was a stupid kind of a decision of fighting, when you know that you are only going to destroy this country and the people, lives of the millions of people. So better is the diplomacy, better is to talk and not fight with somebody who is 100 times more bigger and powerful than you. So that is not smartness, as we call. So now it seems that there is some kind of a talks happening, but I don't know about what can happen. So that is the reason the market, you see in last week also, the Friday it had a little gone up on Thursday and Friday, and today also this kind of that where the energy prices, basically the crude oil prices have corrected, gas prices have corrected, and all the commodities prices have corrected, in the hope that this will stabilize the situation, and war will finish, and things will be okay and stability will return. But what I understand from the talks here, and from all the media or news or readings from the people, is that Russia will want to this is whatever the talks and everything, but they are not going to compromise on any of the points which they want, that security regarding that Ukraine not joining NATO, Ukraine not becoming part of EU, and other that Republic of the Donetsk is recognized, and all these things, and that is where I think, and also there won't be any letdown. That's what my understanding from whatever the chatterity I hear. There won't be any letdown as far as the what do you call? They are not going to ask for the waiver of sanctions. That's what the main point. Russia is not going to ask for the waiver of sanctions because inside that view is that let us build up own economy independent of the West and parallelly to the West, and use this sanctions opportunity. Also, in a way, it helps them that that main revenue sources of Russia is all these commodities like like gas, oil, then metals, semi-precious, precious, and critical metals for the electronics and for the new generation electric vehicles. So all these basic elements without which you can't build up anything. So that is what Russia holds the biggest reserves and resources, and that is where they are in a way happy that this prices have it has gone up tremendously. So they are not, what I understand is that it's not very kind of a, they are not going to, even if the ceasefire and everything happens, but they are not going to let down without achieving their goals, whatever their stated goals, which I don't know what is the government's goal. And also they are not going to ask for the waiver of sanctions. Because in a way, indirectly, it is helping them to become self-independent and set up a parallel system and reforms, usher in all the economic and business reforms for the future and for the betterment of the country. And also, in a way, it keeps the oil and the energy prices on the boil, and that is what it's helping them. So I would just like to add my point or my analysis is that whoever this, first of all I don't understand why all the Indian market or any market which is it is just rising on a day-to-day news basis, rising and falling. It should not be, it's a traders market. Basically it is for the trading opportunities or whoever has traders. It is not for the investment. I would not recommend investment even now, because things are not stabilized. And as a good analyst, I don't believe those analysts or maximum of the analysts, whoever, they listen to that management, what the stories tell, and they listen to what their government tells, and then they say that, yeah, this is going to be like this way. If you cannot understand the little bit of the futuristic things, that how if this thing pans out and this scenario pans out, and then you don't include those readings or analysis into your financial model, and then make a prediction or projection about the future earnings, and based on that you take a call on whether to the stock or the market is good or bad or not to buy, then it makes sense. That is called the real analysis. It's not that just you take up whatever you hear and you see, and whatever the manager, everybody will talk good only, nobody will tell that things are bad. But as a good analyst or the fund manager also, you should not be, you should be doing your own analysis, and at least try to get into the future projections and the future circumstances you have to, future events also you have to predict. That is what the real good analysis is. If you can't predict or if you can't understand, then it is not a career. So that's what I am coming into the picture, is why I gave you this background about what is Russia's thinking or what is this. That this thing is not going to be stabilizing. And I had not about this war or anything, but I had just told that stock market takes any opportunity for correction. For the market, it was just an excuse. This war happened, it's incidental, and it became an excuse. Before that it was COVID, but market needed correction, very, very much needed correction, particularly the Indian stock market, Nifty, Sensex. And if you look at, I will be posting my what do you call those videos which I have come out with even in July, that Nifty should correct to 14,500 levels. That is the time when I will start looking at the market. Okay, and then also in November I have come out. I will put those links into the description box down below for anybody to refer, so that I am not just telling. I had already come out long time before that market correct position of the market should be 14,500 Nifty. Okay, because that is the time when when it will become very cheap and valuable. You know, that value for money, whatever you 1 rupee or $1 you put into one stock, against that you know that P earnings will become in single or the low double digit, low teens. That is where the market should be. That is where the buying opportunity and the investment opportunities will come. This is not the time. So any rise in market also should not be used to buy and think that okay, this is the buy on dips, because you can dip 50% from this level in any stock price. I am not talking about the market, because market if corrects by say another 15 to 20% from this level, then all stocks will be correcting by minimum by 40%, 30 to 40%. So what is the point? And then you will have to wait many years to even to come to. And also one main point which analysts and the fund managers and all other miss is that if you don't take this geopolitics and uncertainty into account, you are not living. India also is not living into the Mars. It lives on this earth only, and very much the part of the connected world. Now world is more connected because of the technology and everything. So you cannot escape that of the commodity, all the prices goes up, energy prices goes up, I will go unescaped. How your basic earnings of any corporate, whether it in any sector, is going to be growing at what level, 20%, 15% assumption of growth, it is not going to happen. How it is going to happen? When all your cost will go up, when that stagflation, so demand will go down because of the high cost, and that revenue also, top line will not grow. So how, and with the cost pressure, your bottom line will squeeze tremendously. So how you can say that the market any dips, I will be using it because corporates, Indian corporates will still be growing at 15-20%. This is something unreal. It is illusionary. You know, it is because you want to assume, and because you have put so much of money as a fund manager, as a investment, you can't keep it back because your theory or analysis has been totally wrong, and that is where you are going on the wrong path. And so my earnest request of making this video today was that still the market is not corrected. It has to correct to those levels, 14,500 Nifty. That is what I wanted to reiterate. And all this, when it will correct, and then the earnings will come down to such a level that on PE and all the other valuation parameters, it becomes opportunity. This is not the time. All the prices and stability is not yet come. Nobody knows what is going to happen in today's stocks and after today's stocks, and because situation already has worsened and sanction is not going to go away in hurry. And even if after negotiation sanctions will go away, maybe as I told you that Russian government inside thinking is they will not ask for the waiver of sanctions. So there are a lot of ifs and buts in the market, in the world. So taking those ifs and buts into the picture, don't get into the market for any trader. You are trader, trading you do, I don't know. But those people who think that any buying opportunity and all this long-term opportunity, this is bullshit. Wait for the markets to correct. 14,500. Again in 6 months, after 6 months, I am again reiterating. In July, I had come out with that video. Description box down below, links will be there. So that is what I just get into any physical commodities. Buy, store. If you are doing business or whatever it is there, say steel and all these things, you keep buying or store it. Because all the prices are going to go up. This gold, buy and store. This is what, because currency in next 10 years time, this so-called paper currency will lose its value, whether it is USD or, because this like Russia and China is going on that parallel financial system and parallel economic times. It will not happen immediately. It will not happen in next few years also. But over a decade, this is the trend because of what USA did by freezing the reserves. Legitimate investment of Russian government into their bonds and this currency, they have sown the seeds of doubt into the minds of all the other sovereign governments that investment in USD and the US dollar bonds and euro bonds is at your own risk. There is no sovereign guarantee. It can be captured, seized anytime if your country also does something which is not palatable to USA or Euro. So more and more investment will be shifting towards the physical precious commodities like gold, silver, or this kind of, that food grains commodity. This is all physical, which you can hold. Nickel, this whatever you can hold, this is real because you can trade it for the trading. Okay, and more selling may happen in US dollar bonds and treasury bonds and euro bonds and all these bonds, because they are losing their credibility as a safe haven investments. That's it from my side, and we'll see you once again next week, or before that if some unique ideas or unique update comes. So I will share it with you. Till that time, ciao from Neeraj from Moscow, and love you all. See you.